Hello and welcome back to the video on the Wrestlers Bay and another edition of AEW Rampage Out of 10. A big show today that featured 3 matches, including a major title match. So yeah, pretty stacked episode of Rampage, especially with like tournament elimination and stuff like that going on. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the card. And we started things off this week with Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. Both men squared in the middle of the ring to start things off before Darby took Sammy down with a headlock takeover and followed that with 2 splashes in the corner. Guevara then came back with some chops and then hit a top rope suplex. He then hit 2 suplexes on Allin, but the latter countered with a suplex of his own to the outside. A distraction from Tay Miller allowed Guevara to take advantage. However, Darby hit top rope suicide on the outside on Guevara. Allin then took out the Spanish God's wedding ring before, after another distraction from Miller, Guevara hit a jumping knee on his opponent and got his ring back. Towards the end of the match, Darby went for a drop, but Tay Miller distracted him, and the JAS then distracts the ref on the other side, allowing Guevara to hit a low blow on Allin. He then powerbombed Allin on top of the skateboard and followed it up with GTH to pick up the victory. And yeah, this gets 7 out of 10 from me. Brilliant match. I would have liked seeing Darby win, I can't lie, but the distraction as well kind of gave them way out. Guevara advances, no issues with it at all. And so yeah, 7 out of 10, good stuff. Samoa Joe then introduced himself to the crowd, so it's good to be back. He apologised for his absence and promised more violence to come. Joe then laid out an open challenge for the RH World TV Champion. Sterling Neeson Woods came out and interrupted the Sterling Submission Machine. Sterling cut a promo and praised Neeson Woods. Then he said that Josh Woods deserves a title shot for saving his life. Samoa Joe hyped up Josh Woods, accepting Sterling's offer of a title match. However, Sterling said that the match would not take place right now, instead would be on next week's Rampage. Yeah, I mean, Joe versus Woods is going to be a really great match. Good way to introduce Joe back onto AEW TV. So yeah, no issues with this at all. And yeah, I think with both these two, of course, it'll be a really great match, but of course you fully expect Joe to retain. But anyway, then moving on, it was time for Madison Rain versus Serenity. Both stars squared off in the middle of the ring to start things off. Rain hit an arm drag on Deeb, but last followed out with a clothesline. Deeb then did some trash talking before hitting some strikes on her opponent. She then hit a European uppercut on Rain and a swinging net breaker for a 2 count. Rain then tried to make her comeback with a quick roll up, only got 2 count for her troubles. Madison Rain then hit net scary and followed out with a sliding lariat for another 2 count. Towards the end of the match, Rain knocked in a guillotine choke, but Serenity got out and applied the Serenity lock to pick up the victory. And yeah, 7 out of 10 from me. Really, really good match. Deeb, for me, getting the victory, the right decision. Rain, she's good, but it kind of does seem like her role is just to put people over. Deeb, haven't seen her in a while, reminding us of how good she can be. 7 out of 10, good stuff. Before it's time for Claudio versus Dax in our main event, you could already tell this is going to be a bang, couldn't you? The match started off with both men looking up in the middle of the ring. Claudio hit a shoulder attack on Dax Harwood, but the latter countered with a headlock takeover. Claudio then hit some elbow shots and followed out with the uppercuts on Harwood. The Swiss continued his offense by hitting a suplex on his opponent on the outside. Harwood tried to come back in the match with some strikes, but Claudio cut him outside into the turnbuckle. Harwood finally made his comeback with some heavy shots on Castagnoli on the top rope before following out with a flying headbutt for a 2 count. The Blaze CC member recovered and then hit an uppercut and a suplex from the top rope on Harwood for a 2 count. After a brief back and forth between the 2 stars, Dax Harwood hit a slingshot powerbomb for a 2 count. Towards the end of the match, Harwood locked in a sharpshooter, but Claudio managed to get out of it. After some trouble, he then hit some heavy shots to the top of the head before applying a sharpshooter of his own to pick up the victory. 8 out of 10, yeah, like I said at the beginning, you just knew it was going to be out, and it absolutely was. Harwood, even in defeat, I think really got put over here just because of the quality of the match. So yeah, good stuff, 8 out of 10. Overall, Rampage this week gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought it was a brilliant episode of Rampage. Yeah, the match at the beginning, match at the end, all throughout, just a quality wrestling show with loads of great action on it. So yeah, it has to get an 8 out of 10 from me. A really good episode of Dynamite. More of this quality, please, really. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. So like, share, subscribe, learn thoughts, comments, time, and inform to the links for daily wrestling news. Subscribe from the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.